Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Raikou duo that Sparkle Tangerine and I just did yesterday, and you'll see that we use Groudons, and it was in sunny weather. We used Mudshot Earthquake as our movesets. For Raikou it had Volt Switch Thunderbolt, but as long as it doesn't have Shadow Ball, it's pretty much exactly the same thing. Like pretty much all of Raikou's moves do very little to no damage against Groudon. As you can see in the summary below me, the time to win is 590, so it's relatively safe because the number of feints is around 9, which means like 4.5 Groudons each. So pretty easy duo, as long as it's not Shadow Ball and you have clear weather and you have maxed out or near maxed out Groudons or Garchomps. So yeah, nothing too complicated. Let's just actually take a look and walk through this particular duo that we performed. We were lucky that at 7 o'clock for 1 hour it was sunny, so it's not sunny too often. So as you can see, we used the lobby trick, swiped in, was at empty lobby when the timer went to 0, swiped across, and then went in at 297. That allows us to give 300 full seconds in the raid. We actually didn't really need that, but it was still fine. As you can see, these Volt Switches, they do a lot of damage relative to Thundershock, but they're extremely slow move. The energy generation is very poor, but it really doesn't matter too much because it is a 2-bar move, Thunderbolt, and we are nuking it with Earthquakes relatively quickly with a Mudshot. With the Mudshot energy generation, the Earthquake damage. So we're looking pretty good at this point in time. Ideally, what will happen is that we feint immediately after we hit the Earthquake. So we're about to hit the Earthquake, and we feint to the Thunderbolt. So that looks great. First Groudon lasted about 60 seconds, which means we're probably going to read around 5, probably less. And then we hit the Earthquake again. Relatively straightforward. The DPS for Groudon is not the greatest. It's actually a little unfortunate. So we're going to do a video tomorrow or sometime later this week where we're going to show, even though Groudon has a significantly higher attack stat than Kingler and as well has the weather boost, it actually loses significantly to Kingler when it comes to DPS. So Kingler being like a non-legendary Pokemon, great Pokemon with a decent attack stat, but how can you compare it to Groudon? Like a Pokemon with one of the best stats in the stat distributions in the entire game when it comes to raid challenges or raids in general or PvE, but it has just such a horrendous charge move that it's not ideal at all. So ideally we get this Earthquake off. And we do exactly so. Really great, able to get that Earthquake off before fainting. And now we move on to our next Groudon, and we should be flipping it. I think we flip it around 153. Yeah, 155. So solid time to win. We're not worried at all about fainting or from a DPS perspective. And Mudshot, just like it is in PvP, generates energy super quickly. As you can see, these bars are filling up really fast, which definitely shortens the window where you potentially could be wasting energy when you get hit by a charge move. So, and you can also see these Thunderbolts give you almost no energy. Every little bit matters and is helpful, but it's almost nothing at all. I wouldn't be shocked if Thunder Shock actually gave you nothing at all, and that Volt Switch gives you next to nothing in terms of energy generation. And it does back-to-back Thunderbolts, as you can see. Like this is double resistance is, and plus Groudon being very tanky contributes to why it does very little. So for whatever reason, Sparkle Tangerine dodged that, or attempted to dodge that Thunderbolt. And she was able to still get off that Earthquake, so all good. Sparkle Tangerine is on the left. I am on the right. and we're just plugging away. And we were 10 seconds ahead, with a quarter left to go. I'm not even 100% sure that this Groudon itself would faint. And yeah, pretty straightforward. Nothing too complicated in this particular situation. You do want to manage cycles. One other duo that we're considering, I need to look at the viability of actually being possible, is to do Shadow Ball. I doubt it's possible. It would be because Shadow Ball hits for neutral as opposed to being double resisted, and then Wood Force or Relobby. So Volt Switch is probably the best way. I don't really know. But anyways, we're super close. We're probably gonna be able to finish it before we get to the next Earthquake, just based off of Mudshot damage. And there we go. We finished it off with about 17 seconds left when it hit Confetti. Probably like 18, 19 seconds when it was but no buttons. So hopefully everyone who's interested gets a chance to duo Raikou with Groudons or Garchomps. Pretty easy duo, straightforward. Just make sure that you don't lose. If you lose probably 2 Earthquakes that you're almost charged at, then you'll probably lose. But if you just lose 1, you probably still beat it with 10, 11, 8, 9 seconds left. So anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you like this video and you want to see more raid challenges, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Comment below on what other challenges you want to see. And we'll have a whole list of them while they're available in this week. And I'll see everyone in the next video.